I think it's kind of funny how people now go online to tell everyone that they're going offline. We see more and more people getting digital cameras and some even changing their iPhone to a flip phone.
I bought myself a flip phone, so let's open it together. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. Also, I got this off eBay. You guys, can't wait to make it look so cute.
But the common trend here is that everyone is trying to romanticize a quiet offline lifestyle while still posting everything online. And honestly, that contradiction is probably why being offline became trendy in the first place. Which leads us to today's question. Why does everyone want to leave the internet? So today, we'll be uncovering this topic in 3 parts. What changed about social media? Why are people suddenly craving to disconnect? And how is it that even the disconnect feels so performative? Right now, we live in a culture where being online is basically unavoidable. Your friendships are online, your job is online, most likely all of your memories are online as well, and you basically build your identity from everything that you see online.
If you think of yourself as lucky, you literally see more opportunities. If you think of yourself as unlucky, you miss them.
Is it possible to change how you see yourself?
I do believe it's possible to change your perception of yourself. And that's starting with small moments of heroism.
And it's not just being considered normal, some might even see this as being productive.
This is how you're going to start posting on social media like it's your job, because you have to start treating your social media like a business if you want it to become one.
But I feel like somewhere along the line, the internet stopped feeling like a place where people just visited. And it started to feel more like a place where people always had to be at, always had to stay performing, always had to come up with some new shock value or something to drag attention to them. And I think people really underestimate the effects that come from constantly staying connected and forgetting when it's time to actually put that phone down. Yes, your mama was right. It's that damn phone. Like, one can kind of notice the shift that's going on right now. People will come on the internet and post, "I went offline. Here's what nobody tells you. Your guide to going offline in 2026. I'm addicted to being off my phone.
I am officially going ghost for 2 weeks." And I want to know why you think I'm gonna go ghost.
Stay offline if that's what you want. I think this is a way of people reacting to something that is much more serious than we think. Something that has been lingering on since COVID, when people suddenly felt the ultimate need to always stay connected. Which sounds a bit dramatic, but stay with me now.
My Roman Empire is thinking about how COVID happened and it changed our entire society. Now we just kind of moved on from it and we didn't think about at all how it affected us, and we didn't talk about it at all, the way families just don't talk about trauma and just dump it under the rug and move on. That's what's happened. And now everyone is wondering why society sucks and why there was this downfall and why people are feeling lonely and everything is horrible and our political systems have completely fallen apart. But it's really because of everything that happened in COVID. It was so much more than just a healthcare pandemic. It just upended our society and we just don't talk about it.
I think sometime soon we're gonna have to talk about what COVID did to all of us psychologically. I know that we kind of just wanted to pretend like that didn't happen. The second the world opened, we all were like, okay, screw that. But I think we're gonna really have to address at some point what COVID has done to us. Because I don't know about you, but for me, the lockdowns, the pandemic, and everything that happened fundamentally changed the way that I see the world, think of myself in the world, and think about what the human experience should look like. And I can guess that that probably happened to you too. And part of me feels like historians, like when they look back at this time, are going to codify it as a form of like enlightenment period.
So now that we've answered the first question, which was what changed about social media, the answer being the pandemic. It didn't just change social media, it changed the whole world. People lost their jobs, passed away, everything. It leads us to the second question. Why are people suddenly craving this drastic disconnect? I don't think there's a one-way answer that applies for everyone in this case. People go through things. They have different reasons for why they act a certain way, and what works for one person might not work for the other. But I also think that a lot of people miss the version of the internet that felt smaller and more, authentic. Even though people misuse that word a lot nowadays, people are actually just scared of being perceived and scared of what others will say, which makes the internet feel very performative because you come with your best foot forward and tell everyone about your success story, not even allowing your audience to get to know you and know what you gotta bring. I can guarantee that any celebrity that you can think of right now, off the bat, let's say Kim K, they didn't just come on here and start talking about how successful and great they are. And I think that's the part people are finally starting to confront by the going offline trend. This leads us to our last and final question, which is, how is it that even the disconnect feel so performative.
We are deep in the era of performative influencing. And mark my words, it will be the creators who do not give into this who will come out on top. We have completely lost the plot on what is real and what's being documented organically versus what is being documented solely for views and likes.
Maturing is realizing that so many people are just performative, and once you accept that, you can handle a lot of your peers a lot better. Like, I just be realizing, like, motherfuckers really do be performing like it's a job.
Performative people do not connect with you, they act. They're basically these super exaggerated caricatures of what they think a human is supposed to be. When you're sensitive and crave authenticity, it is like a grating on your nervous system to be around people like this. They are allergic to anything deep, anything real. They take up all of the emotional oxygen in the room.
I don't think we should underestimate what can happen to the human brain when constantly being exposed to stimulation nonstop, especially psychologically, because humans adapt to surviving physically, not mentally processing thousands of people every single day, which really explains why things that used to seem boring now feels deeply comforting. Reading, going for a hot girl walk, cooking, being unreachable, doing something without posting it. Things that remind people that they actually exist outside of the internet as well. The internet was supposed to make us feel more connected, but a lot of people have never felt more mentally disconnected because of how the internet is today. When you spend all of your time consuming other people's thoughts, opinions, lifestyles, and just their emotions in general, you eventually stop feeling your own. You stop hearing your own inner voice. And I don't even think that most people notice that this happened at first because it happened so slowly. And in the height of the pandemic, everyone was yearning to feel connected to each other. On the flip side, there's no pretending that the internet is all that bad. Many people have gotten opportunities that they never encounter if not of the internet. This all leads us back to our main question, which was, why does everyone suddenly want to leave the internet? And well, maybe it's not just a trend, but I want to know what you guys think. Is this actually a healthy shift, or is being online just another internet aesthetic? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe down below. And without further ado, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!